Hello, welcome back to part 2 video of the list. I am from the Salesforce Drillers team. In a previous lecture, we have talked about data view and data insertion. Now, in this lecture, we will talk about the rest of the deletion as update and the inbuilt function. So, if you want to get more information about the data structure of the list, you can also switch to our website. The website is a salesforcedriller.com. After that, opening the web page, go to the learn Python section, and after that, click on the data type and data structures. Okay, so now come on the program. So now we will talk about the deletion. So del, clear, pop, and remove is function is used to delete any specific value into the from the list. Okay, so let's open the program. So suppose it is my list. Okay, if I use a pop, it using a pop function, it's mean it will be delete from the last value. Okay, see, it is a 10 delete. Again using is a 9 and 1 to 8 value. One from the 1 to 8 value has rest is the available and other value is deleted. So again I using a pop, then it will be delete 8. So pop is used for the deleting from the last. If you are passing the any index value in the pop, then it will be delete also. Okay, it's also delete from the by passing the index value. Okay, next is that is a remove. Remove is a deleting from the value. If you pass any value in the remove, it will delete the specific value. So if I want to then just I'm passing 1, then 1 will be deleted. Okay, so let's see, 1 is successfully deleted. Okay, if I pass a 4, then 4 will be deleted. See, it's mean the remove is the delete by the value. If you are to pass the argument in the pop, it will be deleted by the index value, and generally pop is where pop is delete from the last. Okay, so next is that is a clear. Clear, it will be delete the all value of the list, but list will be exist. And last is that is a del. Del is used for the deleting the all the value and simultaneously is the deleting the existence of the list also. It is also delete the list also. Okay, so del is used for the deleting the value and list also. So here is a function to delete all the values. So here's my question is that why using a pop by argument and why it is removed. So here is it. Here is the reason. What is the reason? Let's see. Suppose guys, if you have a 3 and 3 2 times and 4 is the 2 times. If you want to delete this 4, if you are passed into the remove section, then it will be deleted from the first. Okay. So if you want to delete a last value, then use a pop command. Pop function is the delete by specifically by the index value. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is a 5. Okay. So it will be a delete the 4. Okay. And return the also value. So here is a all the function of the delete. So now we are talking about the update the any value in the list. So let's see the updation. So if you talk about the updation, suppose we have a list. Okay, guys, it is a list. I wanna replace a 4 with a new one. So first we print the 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's when it's a 3, it's a F. It's a F. it's a 4. Then again writing this and assign something on this number. I am replace this value. Okay. See, now print f. So you can see that the 4 is replaced and I am replacing this value as pasted over the 3. So here is the technique to replace any value. Let's replace the 1 by 0. Okay. Is 1 is a 1. It is a 1. Now I'm replacing by the it is a 0. Then print f. It's not a print. So you can see that the f is 0. 1 is successfully replaced by the 0. So here is a technique to replace any values. Okay. So let's see the any program of the list. Okay. As we know that list is a depending on the heterogeneous. I want to add the integer and some number in the state of user given the any type of the number. So how to we will do it. So let's see. First we will be create the list. Okay. Then how many value just ask for the user. Just taking the loop section. I just give the message set the loop. Okay guys. For x in range, it's a loop running up to the loop. Then just taking the value from the user, is taking the eval input, enter the value. Okay. When it will be entered by the user, then a dot append by the value. Okay guys. And finally we print a. So I'm setting the loop with the 57. It's a mistakenly I doing like that. So I've just given the 5 value. Okay. So here is a name of someone name is Rakesh. Second value is suppose it is a address the Delhi. Okay. Now I'm taking the third value is that something the 3.33 is the float value, and fourth is that is the true is why it is the boolean value. Now I'm giving the something else like say it's a j. It is a complex value. You can see that all the value has successfully stored in the list. But I want to get the or I want to get addition of the float and integer number. So how we will get it? So let's see. Before I'm telling that, one more thing that if you are something is stored in the list. So for x in, basically we are using the range function. Now I'm getting the a. Okay guys, and print the x. Now you can see the all the value is first one is coming to the x, then x is the print, again is the 2, it's coming to the x, then 2 is print. Okay, so now like that we'll be taking the for x for y in a. What is a? It is a my loop, it is my list that is storing some value. Okay, so now again we are creating a for sum. Okay, so here is my another list that is using for the for sum. So if just one more thing that we are only using the just we are only using the integer and perform the action of the integer and the float. string and except that all will not cannot be added. So we are if y is a type of y, it's not a y, it's a type of y is a double square to int, or type of y is a double square to float, then for some, it's my list name, for some append y. Okay guys, after that we will be find the sum of the sum is the inbuilt function is a for sum. Let's see, run the program. How many values? 5 values. Okay guys, so float is not defined. What is the float? Okay, again we run this program. 5 1 is a 1 1 2 2 2.2 true false. Okay, now you can see that the sum of this number 11 22 2.2 is a 35.2. So here is a program for that. Let's talk about some inbuilt function. Suppose it is my list, so it's a very simple list. Now I'm taking some big number, so it is a list. So first we are opening the Python list. So here is my number. Okay guys, I'm taking the long list right now. So sum of this list, so it is that minimum number of this list, is that maximum number of this list, which is the maximum number of this list, yes, is that. Okay guys, if you want to sort the list, you can also sort list dot using the sort function, so you can get the sort. Now I print the list, so here you can see the in the sorted form. Now I want to reverse this list, so I can list. So you can see that I am reversing this list. You can also use a function like that, the list dot sort. Okay guys, is a reverse equals to true. You can also use this function. Now you can see that the reverse sorting of my list. Okay guys, you can also find the length of this list, how many value has stored in this list, so you can also get it, the 32. So make sure that all the inbuilt function is working on the float and integer value only. Okay guys, if I want to find the average, is a sum of list divided by length of list. So here is a average of this list. Okay, so that's it for this session. I hope you have learned a lot of things from this video. So thanks for my watching video. Thank you.